Guys. So it's Tuesday. We had yesterday off, Martin Luther King Day. So I did not hold office hours or anything else. But today I am answering questions from my own inbox, questions from students. So I do this a couple times a week. So if you have recently sent me questions in Lumen Ohm, then your answer is most likely in this video. And if you send me one after I've released this video, then it will be a few days before I get back to answering these questions again. So don't forget about your SLC Math Lab tutors that you can have help from online more frequently and at your convenience. You can also come to my Zoom office hours. All right, so the first question here says, entering a list answer. This is a question, I think, from the student tutorial, which is just getting used to how to answer questions. So it says, sometimes an equation or problem will have multiple solutions. When there are multiple solutions, you can list them separated by a comma. For example, if the solutions were 5 and 10, you'd enter 5, comma 10. A space is not necessary. List all the positive even numbers less than 10. Okay. Well, all the positive even numbers less than 10, I'm hoping they mean integers. So let's see, less than 10, positive, even. Okay, 2, 6, oops, I forgot 4, 4, 6, 8. All right, now underneath there, entering a word answer. Some questions ask you to complete a sentence or word. When answering these questions, watch your spelling. Unless noted, upper lowercase is not usually important. Okay, so twinkle. We're just supposed to, finish the name of the song. So Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Okay, so that's the end of that question. Let me pause and open up the next. All right, this is question 7 from the Lumen O student tutorial. It says you may need to enter an inequality to draw the solution to one on a number line. If you can master this, the interval notation for these problems will be easily learned. Type in the following inequality. Okay, I think they just really want us to retype that, so let's see. Okay, that one's fine. Now, from the number line buttons, click the type of point, closed or open, to represent the inequality symbol. Solid if it's a less than or equal symbol. An open circle if it's a strictly less than or strictly greater than symbol. Then click the corresponding value on the number line. You may add as many points as you like. Now click the line arrow button, click on the point you placed, and drag the line to your desired ending point. If you would like to go on indefinitely, drag it to the end of the number line and an arrow will be added. Please practice this until you're comfortable. Okay. So I think what a lot of students don't realize is that you're supposed to take this inequality and use the number line to represent it. So I want to show x greater than 3 and strictly greater, not equal to. So I'm going to use an open circle. I'm going to click on 3. And then since I want it to be greater, all values that are greater than this, I'm going to drag it to the right. Then take my arrow line, click and hold and drag. Okay, so that's what it should look like. And I'm going to submit just to make sure it's marking it right. Okay, good. Next question. Okay, this is, I believe, question 14 from the Lesson 1 guided learning assignment. It says annual high temperatures in a certain location have been tracked for several years. Let X represent the year and Y will represent the high temperature. Based on the data shown, calculate the regression line. Okay, now there is a video here, so I hope you were able to view that. And I've watched it before. I thought it did a good job of showing you what to do, but I'll show you again here. So we're going to copy our table into Excel. And I usually try to select from outside the box because I noticed it copies better that way. So I'm just placing my cursor outside of the box before I start dragging. And I copy that, and I'm going to go over to my Excel spreadsheet and paste it in. All right, that looks good. Now I'm going to, while it's selected, I'll insert a chart, and I'm going to choose scatter. Zoom out a little bit. now I'm going to go on to those dots and click them, right click, add trend line, and then I'm going to choose linear because I want to fit it with a line, and I want to display the equation on the chart and also display the r squared value on the chart. All right, so really all they asked me for this particular question is the actual regression equation, but I always also ask it to show me the r squared value so that I can answer other kinds of questions in which I might need that. All right, so now that I see my intercepts there, my coefficients rather, I see that the slope is negative 1.7914, and let's go ahead and just view these side by side so I can answer the question. Okay, so the first box has the x at the end of it, so we want the coefficient of x there. So that's negative 1.791. I always look for rounding rules, each value to 2 decimal places. Okay, good. All right, so I need this to be negative 1.79. And this one down here is, I need to move this a little so I can see better, 22.69. So 22.69, enter. Awesome. Moving on. Okay, so I've started labeling my sheets down here. You can always add a new sheet, right click it and rename it, whatever you want to name it so you know which question it was. So I've just been renaming mine here. The last one we just did was from GLA, the Guided Learning Assignment GLA, for Lesson 1-1, number 14. Now I'm doing a question that a student sent me from the same assignment, but this is number 12. It says annual high temperatures in a certain location have been tracked for several years. Let X represent the year and Y the high temperature. Based on the data shown below, calculate the correlation coefficient to 3 decimal places between X and Y. Use your calculator. Okay, so let's begin by selecting everything and copying. Also notice there is a video here which probably is going to explain the same thing I'm about to show you. So now I've got my data pasted in, and all I've been asked to do is calculate the linear correlation coefficient. Now there is a mathematical formula you can do for this, and that was covered in a class participation assignment, and I wanted you to see how it is done and have some experience with it. But, big but, I don't ask you to use the formula when you're doing it on the test. So all you need to do is know how to do it in Excel. So let me show you. So we're going to just pick any cell, and that's going to be where I put my R value that I'm about to calculate. And I'm going to put equals, because you always put an equal sign before you calculate anything. CORL, the correlation coefficient. Cool, much easier to do it this way. All right, now I'm going to not copy, but select the array 1, which is my X values. And then I'm going to place a comma, and now it wants array 2. So I'm going to select my second set of values and press enter. Okay, so there you have it. All right, I'm going to just paste it right in. My answer here. I'll paste it right into here. And also just make sure to look and see if there are any rounding. It says 2 3 decimal places. Okay, so I want to take off everything but the 3 decimal places and press enter. And that's it. All right, so that was all the questions I have in my inboxes for my online students. And so I'll be uploading this in YouTube and then posting it in student Q&A and sending it to you as an announcement so that you guys know it's available. And there is other stuff here from previous semesters that you can consult, and you may find something useful and interesting in there. So I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next video.